Our minds are complex and fascinating. They are capable of incredible things, but they are also vulnerable. Just like our bodies have ways to protect themselves from physical harm, our minds have ways to protect themselves from emotional pain. These psychological shields are called defense mechanisms. Defense mechanisms are unconscious psychological strategies. We use them to cope with stress, anxiety, and uncomfortable emotions. They operate without our conscious awareness, shielding us from thoughts or feelings that we find unacceptable. Essentially, they help us maintain a sense of stability and well-being. Think of it like this. Imagine a drawbridge protecting a castle. When an unwelcome visitor, an unpleasant thought or feeling approaches, the drawbridge is raised. The defense mechanism kicks in to keep the castle, our conscious mind, safe. These mechanisms are a normal part of the human experience. Everyone uses them to some extent. Understanding them can provide valuable insights into our own behavior and the behavior of others. Why should we care about these unconscious processes? Because they play a significant role in shaping our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Recognizing defense mechanisms, both in ourselves and others, can lead to greater self-awareness and more effective communication. For example, understanding that someone is using denial to cope with a difficult situation can help us approach them with empathy and support. Similarly, recognizing our own tendency to project our insecurities onto others can help us address the root of the problem and build healthier relationships. Furthermore, excessive reliance on certain defense mechanisms can be detrimental to our mental health. If we constantly avoid confronting our problems, we may hinder our personal growth and prevent ourselves from living fulfilling lives. By learning about defense mechanisms, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. This knowledge empowers us to navigate challenging situations with greater awareness and compassion. Repression is perhaps the most well-known defense mechanism. It involves unconsciously pushing unwanted thoughts, memories, or feelings out of conscious awareness. This is like locking away a painful memory in a deep, dark vault, hoping it will never resurface. Imagine a child who experienced a traumatic event, such as a car accident. Years later, they may have no conscious memory of the accident. This is because their mind has repressed the memory to protect them from the associated pain and anxiety. While repression can provide temporary relief from emotional distress, it's important to note that the repressed material doesn't simply disappear. It can continue to influence our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in subtle ways. For example, the individual who repressed the memory of the car accident might develop a phobia of cars without understanding why. Denial is the outright refusal to accept an aspect of reality that is too painful or overwhelming to acknowledge. It's like building a wall around ourselves to block out any information that contradicts our preferred version of events. A common example is a person who's addicted to drugs or alcohol but refuses to admit they have a problem, even when confronted with evidence to the contrary. They might say things like, "I can quit anytime I want," or "It's not affecting my life." Denial can be a powerful defense mechanism in the short term, as it allows us to avoid confronting difficult truths. However, in the long run, it prevents us from taking responsibility for our actions and making positive changes in our lives.